All right, Matt Gouget. In today's video, I'm going to talk to you about the future of real estate. What may very well become more and more popular is this model that I happened to run into this weekend. I did a little bit of research. I talked to the agent. It is, in my opinion, a genius idea to thwart this NAR ruling out in Missouri where they're trying to get rid of buy-side commissions. If you don't know about that, stick with me. I'm going to explain that briefly, but then how this new model kind of solves for that problem about buyer side commission. Stay tuned. We'll jump into it. All right, Matt Gouget, Matt the Mortgage Guy, residential mortgage broker, licensed across the country. If you want to connect with me and my team to get yourself pre-approved, to get yourself prepared to buy a home, go to greatmortgagebroker.com. Again, greatmortgagebroker.com. Connect with us. We're happy to help. Licensed in 48 states. Today's video, I want to talk about this model, which I believe might very well be the future of real estate. Before I do, just to get people up to speed, if they haven't heard, the National Association of Realtors, along with some individual real estate brokerages, were sued in the state of Missouri. They lost in court. There was a $1.8 billion settlement. All of it is around buyer side commissions. When you're in the, home buying process and you're buying, you're represented by a buyer side agent. There's also a listing side or a selling agent on the other side. Each one of those is compensated individually. Currently, it's all paid by the seller. And this lawsuit, among others that came before it and others that come after it, are saying that there's collusion. It inflates commissions with the current way it's done. So they're trying to basically do away with the paying of the buyer side agent to a certain extent. That's a simplified version of it, but that I needed to start with before I jump into what I'm seeing done and how it completely solves that issue, right? So let me start with this weekend. This weekend, I walked through a beautiful open house. It was a very well done remodel, and the home was listed, even though everything in the neighborhood sells for $450,000 plus, $249,000. Well, listed is maybe not the right word. Starting bid, maybe. This was listed on a platform that is an auction type website. And so let me show you this beautiful house. Go through the beautiful open house, 2,500 Casting Court, $249. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath in 95826. And I know, anybody who knows the neighborhood knows, this house will sell for $450,000 plus, but by starting at $249, which is just really an opening bid, you're going to generate a lot of interest. A lot of people walked through this beautiful house over the weekend, could picture themselves living here. And for anybody like myself who registered at this open house and got information, they were directed towards usahomebids.com. That's where this beautiful house is listed. As you can see, we're only 2 days in, and we've got the current bid of $351,000 with 6 days left to go. Let me explain to you real quick this model, because I think that it's genius. You still work with a buyer agent, and the buyer's agent helps guide you through this process, helps connect you with a lender like myself who got you pre-approved, helps negotiate with the seller and say, yes, we've got a pre-approved buyer, inspections and all that stuff, still going to do all the things. The buyer, when they reach their final bid, let's call it $450,000. Attached to that $450,000 price is a 3%, $13,500. I had to use a calculator. I apologize. And so down here, where you've got current bid 351, buyer's premium. This, and if you hover above information, I think it will tell you, is used to pay the buyer's agent and the platform fee. And the buyer's agent might be getting 2.5%. They might be getting 2%. I don't know. It really doesn't matter. But what's happening here is that the buyer is able to roll that pay of the buy side commission into the purchase price. So when I write a loan for somebody who goes out there and pays, in the case of a $450,000 offer plus a $13,500 buyer premium, $463,500, and I confirm this with the agent who does a lot of these and was listed here. That's the final purchase price, $463,500. Then we go out and do our 5% down, 10% down, 3% down, whatever it is, right? And so this buyer's premium is rolled into the price. It allows, one, a lot of transparency into exactly what the buyer's agent is getting paid. And two, and more importantly, it allows it to be baked into the whole purchase. So I think that, one, with that newest, NAR lawsuit coming out, and the ones that have already been announced that are going to come behind it, this is a way that you totally avoid that. And it's also a way where, if you want to talk about having just a fair market where you find the price that the house is going to sell at, it's an auction type platform. I mean, that I've heard stories of an agent on the list side maybe selecting an offer for whatever reason, whether it's a colleague, whether it's who knows. And this seems pretty free market to me, where it's just a bidding site. The agents still have to be involved. The list site agent still has to call these buyers to make sure that they're real and they're pre-approved. But I don't know. I'd love to hear your take in the comments, whether you're a consumer, whether you're an agent, whether you're a lender. What do you think about a model like this, where it's done through an auction? The buyer is paying a premium up front, and that premium is used to cover the platform. It's used to cover the buy side agent. So the seller in this case is not having to pay the buy side agent. That's another argument that's really gotten a lot of backing. Why is the seller paying the buy side agent? I know what the answer is. I know what agents say is that, these agents are buyers, and by them bringing buyers, it's going to allow the seller to net more. But this could, in theory, provide the same amount of attraction without having to have the seller pay for the buy side agent. So I don't know. I thought it was really interesting. Let me know what questions or comments you have down below in the comments, and nice, friendly commentary, please. No fighting, guys. Life's too short. Let's all get along. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.